This module will cover Windows Prefetch, the very special mechanism within Windows responsible for speeding up applications users are launching. The Windows Prefetch is analyzing every single loaded executable file and trying to save a database, allowing it to run a bit faster. From the forensic point of view, it means we have a database containing an information about launched applications. So if we want to somehow analyze what happened on the computer, using such database may be like an invaluable help. When I launch CMD, as a regular user, I cannot look into this database because it contains kind of sensitive data, what users were launching, what system launched on this computer. So I have to elevate to an admin. And if I'm an admin, I can easily read the information from the prefetch folder. cd prefetch. And here I have .pf file being responsible for applications run on this particular machine. Some of those are kinds of special, for example, SVC host. It is special because within normal conditions, if you launch an executable file, there is one prefetch file for every single executable file. Of course, if we have an update like here, probably the file was updated in the meantime, it may create a new one, but for some hard-coded names like SVC host, run-dll32, task host, it creates a separate database for each set of parameters issued when application was launched. Runtime broker is another example. run-dll is one I have mentioned. There is a couple of those. Effectively, you have a set of files containing a history. Starting from Windows 10, those files are internally compressed, but generally saying it is not that hard to find a parser for those. This format is relatively well known, so parsers are quite common. I will use a Nearsoft Nearsoft application. It is a free application downloaded from Nearsoft, and I will parse the set of prefetch files. Of course, it must be run as admin because regular users have no access there. After launching, it automatically loads all files here. So it analyzes file after file, taking .pf file and then displaying what is the created and modified time, which executable file it is all about, what is the process path, because, well, it is stored as well. There is information about the number of runs, quite interesting forensic artifact, and the set of pieces of the information about the last running times. It does not mean those are all running times are reflected. Here you can see a number of being launched is 19, and we do not have 19 on the list, but sometimes we have more, sometimes we have less. Like always within forensics, it is about collecting as many traces as you can. So if we have more of those, it is always beneficial for us. For every single file we have here, we have listed, we can also have a list of files being loaded by this particular executable file. Let's scroll down, for example, to MSIExec. And here I can see obviously a bunch of DLL files, because DLL files are loaded by executable file just to make it work, but you can also find some information about files being open or temp files being created during the process. MSIExec is about the installer, so if installer was running, it created like 7, if I'm right, different temp files, but we have also information about the MSI file being open, which gives us a lot of information what is all about. We can guess what type of the installation file it was. For MSIExec is not that interesting, but for the PowerShell we can have a list of scripts or modules, as you can see here. Some of those may be built in, some others may belong to a user doing something malicious. If you take a look, there is no information about the Notepad, as Notepad was not run here on this particular machine so far. So if I launch Notepad, hopefully it will be reflected. Notepad C, maybe not C, but desktop test.txt. And yes, I want to create a new file. We save it to make some activity from the Notepad. I have closed the Notepad. If I take a look from here, CLS, and I will do dir again, you can see Notepad appeared here as a relatively fresh piece of the file. If I refresh the set of files being listed here within the tool, I can easily find the Notepad, and I can try to find files being open if those are recorded. It is not like every single file is open, but at the same time some files are accessed by the Notepad, so it may be reflected. So it is not like universal, forever, 100% reliable database of everything that happened on the computer, but it may provide you kind of a valuable insight, yet another source of the data, allowing you to understand what is going on. Please do remember that those files within prefetch are not taken forever, are not kept forever. There is a mechanism trying to clean them up. So the least used application prefetch files may be automatically removed if there is too much of the data inside this folder. Usually is about 200 different files being kept. This number grows up and then is cleaned up, so it may be like something between 100 and 250 roughly in most cases. Anyway, when you are trying to figure out what is going on, yet another place to take a look.